In April of 2013, the Nebraska Department of Agriculture designated Sericea Lespedeza as a noxious weed in Nebraska. This increases the list of Nebraska noxious weeds to 11, including musk thistle, Canada thistle, plumas thistle, salt cedar, leafy spurge, spotted and diffuse knapweed, phragmites, purple loosestrife, and Japanese knotweed. Sericea lespedeza is a perennial forb that has compound leaves with 3 leaflets that are small, oblong, and have a point on the end. This plant can grow up to 5 feet tall. The white to yellow flowers with purple or pink veins are shaped like pea flowers, and they grow in a spike in groups of 2 to 4 flowers. They bloom from July to October. One single stem of Sericea lespedeza can produce up to 1,500 seeds, causing production of 150 to 300 million seeds per acre. Sericea lespedeza typically grows in pastures and rangelands, but can be found in grasslands, along roadsides, drainage areas, fence rows, and other disturbed locations. It is a plant that is tolerant to drought, acidity, and low fertility. It was introduced to the United States from Asia for bank stabilization and for forage. It is spread throughout the hay industry in Nebraska and by wildlife and livestock. In our environment, Sericea lespedeza can take over an area very quickly. It forms a dense patch easily as it can sprout from the crown of the plant. It also grows very tall and dense, which allows it to outcompete the native vegetation in an area as it shades out the competition. Some livestock can graze on Sericea lespedeza, but to most livestock it is unpalatable, allowing it to take over areas where grass was grazed down by livestock. In a pasture setting, Sericea lespedeza can become the dominant plant species in 3 to 4 years. Sericea lespedeza also contains an allelopathic chemical that inhibits the growth of nearby plants, giving Sericea lespedeza more of an advantage over our native pasture plants. Because Sericea lespedeza is now a noxious weed, it must be controlled on your land in accordance with the Nebraska Weed Control Association's Noxious Weed Control Act. If noxious weeds are found on your property by the County Weed Control Authority, a notice will be sent giving you 10 days to control the weed population. If the noxious weed infestation remains uncontrolled after that 10 days, the Weed Control Authority will take the appropriate weed control measures, the cost of which will be at the expense of the owner of the property and will become a lien on the property as a special assessment levied on the date of the control. Management for Sericea lespedeza can be accomplished through an integrated weed management program. This is when we use the best control practices by using a combination of management techniques to get control that is both environmentally and economically efficient. Controlled burning can be used in the late spring, but should be followed by a herbicide treatment for better control. Goats, cattle, and sheep are some livestock animals that will feed on Sericea lespedeza. Utilize grazing in the pastures as a method of control, but when the animals are removed from the pasture in the late summer, a herbicide treatment should be applied. If possible, mowing can also be used as a management technique to reduce the seed production for future years. In small areas, hand digging can also be utilized. Hand digging, however, does need to be started early in an infestation. For herbicides, a couple of good products to use would be any containing triclopyr or a mix of dicamba and 2,4-D. You can always contact your local county extension office for other herbicides and additional information regarding Sericea lespedeza. Noxious weeds are those that need to be controlled on your land in accordance with the law, or you will be charged for the services to control these weeds on your property. Sericea lespedeza is the newest noxious weed, so look through your pastures, rangeland, ditches, and other areas for this weed. If found, be sure to use an integrated approach to control it to ensure the most efficient control at the least expense to you. While looking for Sericea lespedeza, be sure to check that you don't have any of the other 10 noxious weeds on your property. If you take time and do all that you can, we can help reduce the spread and impact potential of Sericea lespedeza and all noxious weeds. For the University of Nebraska-Lincoln Extension, this is Nicole Stoner.